live from the Falcons' Nest on the campus of Forest Lake Christian High School. Tonight, Touchdown Productions, your championship television for the Foothills, is proud to present the first round of the CIF NorCal Division 5 basketball playoffs. Tonight, your defending Division 5 state champion Forest Lake Christian Lady Falcons take on the Biggs Lady Wolverines. All the action is coming up right here on your Foothill Game of the Week. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Forest Lake Christian High School for the first round of the NorCal playoffs. I'm Marty Mortensen along with Terry Tangney and Alan Barros, our producer-director, Gil Dominguez, and the entire Touchdown Production Sports team is here to watch the Lady Falcons take on their first NorCal opponent in the defense of their Division 5 state title. And Terry, the Lady Falcons are coming off a historic performance at Arco, winning their third straight section title.
When you hear that statement, 3 consecutive section titles, you begin to think of words like dynasty. Now you throw in there a state title, and you add to that the fact that they have only 4 seniors on this team, only one of whom starts. You begin to think about team of the decade type accolades for a team like this. You're looking at a team, Marty, that shines in all 4 areas of basketball: scoring, defending, rebounding, and thinking. They shoot a high percentage, they guard their men, they gather up the missed shots, and their decision-making is virtually flawless. The only thing that I can see that's going to stop the Lady Falcons is if one of their opponents has an unbelievable night. This looks like, truly, the team of the decade.
So as the teams continue their warm-ups at the Falcons' Nest, and before Alan talks with head coach Steve Keller, we'll pause to let you know that the Lady Falcons' road to the state title is being underwritten tonight by Liberty Motors Grass Valley and Liberty Motors Auburn. Liberty Motors is your local Dodge dealer with a selection of trucks and 4x4 SUVs, and are proud to announce new Liberty Motors in historic downtown Grass Valley. Liberty Motors in Grass Valley and Liberty Motors in Auburn.
Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. Hanson Brothers are general engineering contractors and can assist you in any phase of residential or commercial site preparation, including earthwork, finish grading, and even build a new road to your house as well. Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals.
Placer Title Company, Larry Ingersoll and Sally Vigil remind you that if it's you who have the choice of title companies when you purchase or refinance property in the Placer area, and so they have 2 locations to serve you, complete with title and escrow service. Placer Title Company.
And the Gold Country Directory. The Gold Country Directory is your local comprehensive phone book specializing in information about your town, local businesses, and of course residential listings of your friends and neighbors throughout the Foothill area, including Grass Valley, Nevada City, Colfax, Auburn, and everywhere you want to be. Gold Country Directory.
Northern Home Medical. Rudy Antonucci and Dean Miraldi are your local home medical equipment specialists in Grass Valley and can assist you with any home medical requirement need. They offer free insurance screening, and their equipment comes with complete home instruction, which is provided with every delivery. It's Northern Home Medical.
And by Touchdown Productions, championship television for the Foothills. This is Terry Tangney along with Marty Mortensen and Alan Barros, saying thank you for tuning in tonight, and join us next time as we continue to follow the Lady Falcons all the way to another state title. Our next telecast will be right here at Forest Lake High School as they face the winner of the Hayford versus Sacred Heart Prep in the second round of the NorCal playoffs. You can see this exclusive Game of the Week telecast on our Foothill network of stations: NCTV Channel 11, HCTV Channel 20, Seabridge Connections Channel 23, and LOP Channel 7.
Let's throw it down to Alan, who's with Coach Steve Keller. Alan?
Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Terry. I'm down at the courtside with head coach Steve Keller of the Lady Falcons. And Steve, congratulations on the big win last Friday night to win your 3rd straight section title. Do you want to tell us about the game?
Yeah, Alan, we played an old foe, Sacramento Waldorf, and you guys all saw that, and they gave us a nice game. committed a lot of turnovers, but we held them to 19% shooting. So we did an outstanding defensive job, but we didn't take care of the ball. And so we're hoping tonight to take care of the ball and play outstanding defense and shoot 52% like we did in the sectionals. And so then we'll be in great shape. This is a large team. I mean, they got some real tall girls, and we're looking to use our speed to counteract their height, and I think that'll be the key to the game, speed versus height.
And Steve, last Friday night, many of your players got into some foul trouble. What did you guys work on at practice this week and over the weekend to stop that?
No reaching fouls, no silly fouls. That's kind of a mantra for us, and to make sure that we use our feet on defense rather than our hands. That's been a theme all year as well. And so tonight we're hoping to not have anybody in foul trouble. That's kind of a goal. So I think that'll happen.
And Steve, you guys are 3 games away from the state championship. What have you told your girls to get prepared for that?
Well, to realize that we have the talent level to play with anybody, and that if we play together as a team and that we're one and we're focused, then we will accomplish our goals. If we play as individuals and we don't play as a unit, as one, then we'll have some problems down the road. So our theme this year is if we are one, we will win. And so we'll end up being number 1 as well. So that's kind of the goal, and hopefully that will happen.
All right, thank you, Steve. Marty and Terry, I'm going to throw it back up to you.
Thanks a lot, Alan. Nice job, as Coach Keller has kind of told it like it is, hasn't he, Terry?
You know, he just amazes me. Here we are in the first round of the NorCal playoffs, and he's almost falling asleep during the interview. I've never seen a coach, well, John Wooden, I guess, would be in that same category in terms of relaxation. He's so calm, he's so relaxed. Either he's a great faker or he has great confidence in this team. And if he's not having confidence in this team, I don't know how good a team he needs to have confidence in. This is a wonderful high school basketball team.
Well, the team comes in, the Forest Lake Lady Falcons come in tonight with 26-5 record overall, averaging 73 points per game, Terry, during the playoffs. And if you look at their opponent, the Lady Wolverines, come in with an overall record of 25-5, but they've only averaged 44 points per game during the playoffs. So,
and that certainly is not a good omen. A lot of coaches believe that defense is really determined by the point differential, not so much shooting percentage or not, whether you hold them to a low number, but the spread between the two teams. And if these two numbers were to hold up, that would just reinforce the high quality of the Lady Falcons defense.
Well, we'll come back for the tip-off in just a minute, but we'll tell you first that the Lady Falcons' road to the state title is being underwritten tonight by California Hardwood Producers Incorporated. Winter is not finished yet, so California Hardwood has stacks and stacks of 16-inch split hard and soft woods, including their Yuppie mix of soft and hardwood. Or perhaps you're in for a mood for a palette of romantic chuckwood. Either way, you can keep warm this winter, as California Hardwood specializes in wood products since 1989.
Beam Easy Living Center. The Beam Center is not just the home of the Beam Central Vacuum System. They're your local source for home entertainment with surround sound, audio, and TVs from 13 to 73 inches to create your own home theater system. Beam Easy Living Center.
Grass Valley Glass, family owned by Shauna Marty and their son Curtis Alwyn. Grass Valley Glass specializes in the installation of new and replacement windows from Milgard with a lifetime guarantee, along with one-day windshield replacement service for your car. It's Grass Valley Glass.
And by Top This Truck and Auto Accessories. Chuck Barros delivers truck and auto attitude every day with a selection of accessories including Weather Guard, DZ, and Racket truck racks. And now you can keep your truck warm with a tonneau cover by Snug Top. It has a lifetime warranty, comes in a variety of colors on display at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories.
Walker's Office Supplies. Mike Anderson at Walker's Office Supplies carries a selection of office products to help you be more efficient, including used office furniture. He knows what your business needs, and his staff knows your name because they're local just like you. Walker's Office Supplies.
and by Touchdown Productions. Yes, that's us, Championship Television for the Foothills. Your favorite Game of the Week telecast is now available on DVD. That's right, our entire sports library, including tonight's game, is available for you on DVD, and Touchdown Productions can now transfer your personal home videos to DVD as well. So enjoy the DVD difference with Touchdown Productions, your Foothill leader in television production since 1997.
Good crowd on here tonight, Terry, as these fans and supporters for Biggs Lady Wolverines have come down from Biggs. You said that you knew where Biggs was.
Well, yes, I do. My ex-father-in-law used to have a little cattle ranch there in Biggs. It's a wonderful little community, nice people, about halfway between Yuba City and Chico. Nice place to be from.
Well, we're about ready for the tip-off, as the players will be introduced here in just a few minutes, along with our, I believe they'll be singing our Star Spangled Banner before the game gets started.
We are proud of our competitors who have advanced through their league, section, and now state regional
before
play to
the
represent
team gets
their
introduced,
schools.
Terry, what's your observation? You've seen these Lady Falcons a couple times now, and you've had a lot of nice superlatives about them. What do you see tonight as one of the things that's going to take them to win this game?
Well, Marty, it seems to me that they're on such a roll that only one of two or a combination of the two things could possibly derail them. A, their opponent would have to have just a fantastic night, and I do mean fantastic, not just good, but fantastic. Or the Forest Lake Christian Lady Falcons would have to have a total collapse. I don't think either one of those is likely. You might get a combination of the two where the opponent plays really well, Forest Lake doesn't play quite so well, but even under those circumstances, I think Forest Lake is still going to win this game tonight. It's going to take something really special to upset them.
There's a good shot of the Forest Lake Lady Falcons.
And assisted by Mr. Roscoe Deal.
Coach is being introduced. Tim Sheridan, the head coach for the Lady Wolverines.
Record of 25 wins and 5 losses.
Overall record being announced by the
Home team tonight, the Forest Lake Christian
home announcer here at Falcons Nest, 25-5. We mentioned earlier they were 9-1 in their league.
They are coached by Mr. Steve Keller.
Steve Keller and Linda Clough being introduced as a big cheer goes up from the Lady Falcons. They really respect the coach a lot there, Terry.
Well, you know, on the PGA Golf Tour, Ernie Els is called the Big Easy. He's a tall man, very smooth golf swing. Coach Keller's not really that tall, so maybe we'll dub him the Small Easy. It just amazes me how calm he is and how relaxed he is, and that certainly transfers to his team. They just come out and play with a great deal of confidence, and I think a lot of that is a credit to him, and obviously the way he approaches these games, seasons, and playoffs.
Now they're going to introduce the Lady Wolverines.
Number 1, a junior.
Number 1 being introduced, a junior, Cody Smith, goes out to center court.
And we have number 10, a senior.
Number 10, 5'8" senior, Lisa Jones.
You know, Marty, this is something they do in the playoffs. It's a nice touch I really like. Everybody on the team gets introduced. They introduce the substitute players first and then the starters afterwards, and I just think it's a great touch. It's a nice way to do things, give these kids a little recognition that don't get in the game a lot.
And Alicia Marquez being introduced, a junior, 5'7".
And we have number 15, a senior, Tiffany Calloway.
Tiffany Calloway being introduced. Tiffany is 5'7" senior.
The Forest Lake Christian Falcons.
Only 8 players. It could be a matter of attrition to keep up with this large Lady Falcons crowd. Team.
Well, not only do they have them number-wise, they certainly have them depth-wise. I mean, you can certainly go 10 deep on this Falcons team and still put a pretty good team out on the court.
Kelsey Yates being introduced, the young freshman who was brought up from the JV team, along with Teresa Reed. They got some action at Arco the other night. Also number 3, the other freshman, Katie Fletcher. Kylie Moraldi played an excellent game at Arco, got a lot of time in the game as a couple of the Falcons got into foul trouble. And there is Julie Moore, the junior. I'm sorry, the sophomore. Now they're introduced the junior Jessica Lockhart. Deneen, she has hurt herself and she's not able to play, although they're hanging out with the squad. That's good news. And there's Megan Wisniewski. 44 Jessica Pierce saw a lot of action the other night at Arco. And Laura Courtney, class senior, to be introduced here. Introducing the starting lineup for the Lady Wolverines now.
A senior, Ruthie Stone.
Ruthie Stone being introduced. She's 5'11". They've got some tall girls out there in their starting lineup.
It looks like that may be their biggest asset.
Jessica Clough being introduced.
And number 14, a senior, Tatiana Reed.
Tatiana Reed, a senior 6'2" center.
Leading scorer and leading rebounder on the Biggs Wolverine team.
I can't understand that. She is taller than I am. And there is number 33, Taylor Kilgore, who had an excellent game at Arco the other night. And here is Mocha Ralston. She wants me to call her Mocha, so that's what I'm going to do.
Well, when you're the team's leading assister, you can be called whatever you want.
That's exactly what I said to you. And introducing there is Olympia O. Jacobs, as she has really put on a show we've seen so far in these playoff games. And now a junior, Sam Stedman, 5'8", comes out to center court. And here is Brittany Allen. She didn't play that much at Arco, Terry, on Friday night, as she got into foul trouble early in the first period.
Well, just watching her run out there on the court, Marty, it looks like her ankle is better than I've seen it the last few games. A little more movement in that ankle and a little more bounce in her step.
Here's Miss Three-Pointer herself, Brooke Hodges, 0-0. And we also introduced them as part of the starting lineup was Brittany Gildersleeve, 5'10" junior. So now we'll all rise for the national anthem. We'll be back for tip-off.
Twilight's last
Nice job there. Sorry we didn't get his name ahead of time, but excellent rendition. And Alan, you had a chance to talk to the coach tonight before the game, and he seemed pretty upbeat. What do you think?
Yes, I agree with you. He seems very confident coming into tonight's game and is for the rest of the playoffs too.
Well, he certainly seems to have a plan. Every time you ask him a question, he's got a very succinct answer, and he's very straightforward with his answers. And I think he knows where he wants this team to go, and he's not going to let many people derail him.
No, I don't think he will either.
Well, we're just about ready for tip-off. Going to center court will be Brooke Hodges, and she'll be tipping off against Kathy Ann Reed, and I don't think this is going to be a contest here. Terry, what do you think?
Well, the Biggs girl's pretty tall, but that's why they toss them up, to see who can get it.
So Brooks got her work cut out for her here against Reed, 6'2" senior. She'll probably be a dominant force in tonight's game. Referee tips it up, and it's knocked away, and with the ball is Jacob. She steals it, gets it across court to Hodges. Hodges now goes for a three-pointer. It's going to be off the iron, being recovered by Allen. Allen now gets it over to Taylor Kilgore. And now Jacobs gets the ball back, drives the paint, doesn't go. Rebounded in there by Mocha Ralston. She brings it up, got a lot of good speed, but she palmed the ball, unfortunately. There's a turnover.
Well, Catherine Reed, Biggs' leading rebounder, had her hands on that first missed shot, and the quickness of the Forest Lake team took it right away from her. She's going to have to protect the ball a little better. She expects to secure those rebounds.
There's Hodges open for three. She's got it. They're going to have to come out and cover that, Terry.
Either they didn't scout her or somebody missed an assignment, because she does that and will do that all night long.
There's a three-pointer. It's going to be an air ball, and it's going to be brought down by Allen. Allen will bring it up. They've got... There's Hodges again for three, and it's and Jacobs with the rebound. It's going to be a foul called.
You know, Marty, it looks like there's either some confusion on the Biggs team or we have a really bad defensive matchup, because at the moment they've got Catherine Reed guarding Brooke Hodges, and Brooke is just standing at the three-point line, and Catherine Reed is not coming out there. She's probably not accustomed to guarding people out on the floor like that.
There's Mocha Ralston now. She's pretty speedy out there, but she does palm that ball a lot. It was a bad pass. Tried a no-look pass. Gets down to Jacobs. Jacobs goes to paint, puts it to Allen. Nothing there, but there's Kilgore. Bingo, in and out, heartbreak. Brooks got it, puts it back up. Now she beat out Reed right there.
Right over the top, did it very well without making bodily contact, so she didn't get the foul. Nice effort.
5-0 your score. Now they try to slow it down. Back out to, there's your shooter, and she gets it up off the iron, but then going up for it, and she puts it back. That's Reed with a putback.
Catherine Reed, perfect defensive position on the boards there. Nice block out, up and in, right back for 2 points.
Kilgore now looking, gets it inside to Hodges, and now she hits the underneath the basket. Oh, there's a travel call. No, she's going to call that by a push on Hodges.
Well, Biggs has made a switch. They've put number 25, Brittany Gildersleeve, on Brooke Hodges, and that's a mismatch in Hodges' favor. So now Hodges has gone from outside to inside. Very intelligent play, however, recognizing the possibilities of the mismatches.
Hey, Mocha brings it up. Almost lost in there by Stone. Good coverage, but then it's back out to inside, and there's a, oh, it doesn't go. And now let's see, it's going to be called a jump ball. It'll be Reed and Hodges going together there.
Mocha Ralston making a great pass there. Good vision, seeing the cutter wide open to the basket. The shooter just didn't finish the play.
Just a little bit too hard off the glass. They're going to have to get the ball in. They do to Mocha. She almost loses the ball. The speed, there's Allen to go coast to coast. She gets tripped, and then she's fouled, and then you can count it. Allen will go to the line to make it a three-point play possibility.
Well, I'm going to say this again. It must be at least the 200th or 300th time. That's a perfectly executed play, one-on-one to the basket. She goes up, takes the contact, then shoots the ball so the contact doesn't destroy the shot. You don't do that unless you're well coached. Now watch her here on the drive. She comes in, she goes up. Now watch her wait. She waits, there's the contact, then shoots it. That's exactly the way it's done in the book. Perfect play.
There's a palm the ball again as the referee's watching that very closely. That's the second one for Mocha Ralston. Now Allen will bring it up. Over in the corner to Kilgore. She stops, looks. Oh, off the iron. No good. Rebounded in there by Gildersleeve. 7-2 your score.
No dribble.
There's a three-pointer from way down. No good. Jessica Clough with the rebound. Allen now brings that hard inside to Jacobs. Good pass. She puts it up.
Eyes up, takes the pass, does.
Well, you've mentioned that in several games you've seen so far, is that looking up court all the time to see what kind of play they can put on it. Inside, oh boy, that play could work all night.
That's great position in there by Tiffany Reed. A nice seal, holding her defensive player behind her. There's another rebound by Reed.
She doesn't even have to go up to get it. All she has to do is reach her arms up, and she's got that ball off the rim.
Well, Marty Biggs is trying to run a little screen and roll play with Mocha Ralston off the top of the key, but right now their spacing is not good. They're too close together, and the defense can handle it easy.
Allen, do you have some updated stats for us?
For Forest Lake, Brittany Allen's off to a nice start. 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Brooke Hodges has 5 early in this game for the Falcons.
Oh, there's a three-pointer by Mocha Ralston as he put that up. 9 to 7 the score now. There's nice inside move, but it doesn't go. And Ralston with the ball. Look at that, boy! Now it's lost. They've got 3-on-1. This ought to be no contest. Back to Hodges, puts it up, and it goes. That was a nice pass.
This team is so much fun to watch on the fast break. I think I've been with you, Marty, for 3 games for the Falcons now, and I don't think I've seen them mishandle a fast break. Another great pass by Mocha into Catherine Reed. Marty, Catherine Reed is an excellent post player, really knows how to use her body and get position down there.
There's Kilgore wanted to get that up there. Allen now tries to take it inside. She does, but they're going to call her for traveling. That little extra hop there made the difference.
Yeah, one too many steps.
3 minutes left to go in this first period. 11-9 your score.
You know, it seems like Forest Lake is just dominating this game out on the court, but they certainly aren't dominating it on the scoreboard at this point.
Now Mocha brings it up.
See, they're too close together there to run that screen and roll. There's just not enough room.
Oh, that was a deflected pass, and Allen gets the ball long. Down, they've got, waited too long for Olympia. Now cross court to Kilgore. She throws up a 3. It doesn't go. And coming over the top with a push is Jacob.
Not familiar with any of these referees, Marty. Oftentimes in the NorCals, they will send officials from different sections. And these are strange faces, so I can't give us any help here on how this game might be called.
Kylie Maraldi now is in the game for Jacob.
So let's see if they try to run that little screen and roll play again. Nope, they've gone to something different here.
They're putting the no good, and now there's a jump ball by Maraldi. They brought Maraldi in at 6 foot to go up against Katharina Reed at 6'2".
Well, I'll tell you, Catherine Reed so far in this game has been impressive. Her movement and footwork and body position down around the basket is outstanding.
Kilgore for 3 again, and she's really off target tonight. Oh, the ball goes out of bounds. She's over. About what is she? How many 3 points has she taken, Alan?
She's taken 5, I believe, so far in this game.
And she's
she is 0
for 5. Yeah, she's just a little bit off. Now Stone now gets it over to Stedman at the top of the key. Allen guarding him. Moken now gets it inside. There it is. That ties the game, 11 up. We haven't seen a tie game in a long time.
I tell you what, Catherine Reed is an impressive player. She really knows how to get post position, seal off the defender, and use her body to create open lanes to the basket.
There's Hodges for nothing but net for 3 for Hodges.
I think if I were the Biggs team at this point in time, I would go to Catherine Reed every time until Forest Lake did something about it. Because they so far have not been able to handle her.
Moraldi is blocking her out, but now she palms the ball or does a double dribble, it looked like. Kylie Moraldi had Reed blocked out on that sequence. Now Allen brings the ball up, gets it over in the corner to Clough for 3. Hits in there, nothing but net.
Marty, Biggs is using a zone defense at the moment, and the perimeter players are just too slow getting out to the Forest Lake shooters. The zone defense is fine. They just need to be quicker on their closeouts.
Yeah, because it looks like they're wide open every time. Now there's a 3-pointer, steps up, off the iron, no good. Hodges with the rebound, and she gains control, brings it up court. Always looking heads up, but she passed that ball away, and there could be a quick, no, they got it back. Hodges now has it. Gets it back out to Moraldi. Moraldi to now there's I haven't seen that very often this year as Allen throws up a 3-pointer. Doesn't go.
Oh, that's too many steps.
Yeah, there's another travel. As the crowd, along with Stedman, says, "What did I do?"
That's her best move. She didn't think they were going to catch her. Hometown, or not the visiting fans.
They got a good crowd here tonight. They're very, very vocal, Terry.
They've got a great crowd. It's not easy to get here from Biggs.
There's a 3-pointer off the iron, no good. Rebounded again by Stedman. She breaks away, but Allen steals it away before the clock goes out, and she throws it off the glass. Good steal by Allen.
Marty, I like the first quarter. Interesting matchup here. You've got the really, really good Catherine Reed, post player for Biggs. You've got the speed and quickness and defense of the Forest Lake team. Interesting cat and mouse game so far. Alan, what do you got for us, buddy?
At the end of the first quarter, Brooke Hodges leads Forest Lake Christian with 10 points tonight. She's added 2 rebounds. Brittany Allen is playing a great defensive game. 4 steals alone in the first quarter to go along with 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. And for the Biggs Wolverines, Catherine Reed leads them with 8 points tonight, and Mocha Ralston's added 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists for the Wolverines.
Alan, you see anything in this game that sticks out in your mind so far?
The post play of Catherine Reed, the Falcons haven't really been able to start dominating on the defensive end on her. But other than that, the Forest Lake has been able to control the transition game with Brittany Allen and her defensive play.
Certainly agree with you on the Catherine Reed assessment. She is a really, really nice player. I really like the way she plays.
There's a replay on that 3-pointer. Good.
See, they're just too slow getting there. She had time to set her feet, really get a good look at the basket. You've got to get out there quicker and disturb those shots.
Inbounding now is Stedman going over to Ralston. At the top of the key, being guarded by Clough. Inside, oh, nice play, but it blocked by Allen. She thought she got all ball, but there was a call. That'll be the 3rd team foul on Forest Lake. 17-11 your score. We're just early into the second period, and going to line to shoot 2 will be Sam Stedman.
You know, she also had really nice post position there, had the defender sealed off behind her. This looks like a team, Marty, that wants the ball inside, and they're well schooled in there. Those inside players really know how to get good position.
Second attempt, no good. Boy, but now stolen away. Jump ball called as Allen showing her prowess there against the bigger and taller Reed.
Well, Catherine Reed's a little bit careless on her defensive rebound. She gets them, but then she doesn't protect them. And this team is too quick. You better put that ball in close to your body, keep the defense away from it.
Oh, boy, the crowd's calling for a travel, but that's the patented Brittany Allen two-step there.
Well, sometimes, Marty, if you cover too much ground, it looks like you're traveling, and she covered a lot of ground in her two steps there.
Certainly did. I don't think these fans have seen anybody like that. But that was a rebound by Reed. That's too hard off the glass. Now Moraldi with the rebound. Gets it on over to Hodges. No, that's Kilgore. In the corner to Clough. Now back out to Hodges. She drives into the paint, but then almost loses it. Moraldi dishes it back, and that's going to be short. And Moraldi steps in. He has a jump ball. Nice defensive work there for an offensive player.
Yes, it's just this. All right, let's take a look here and see if or not she does travel. There's one, and the 2-foot jump stop, which is legal, and in she goes. I think people got upset just because she went so far.
She covered about 7 feet on those two steps.
She went farther than she is tall, I'll tell you that.
Got it. A lot of agility there. 19-12 your score. Inbounding will be Stedman to Mocha Ralston.
Olympia Jacobs came back into the game for Forest Lake, and Brooke Hodges came down to the bench.
All right, so there's a jump ball. Nice job by Clough, and that'll be Forest Lake ball.
And that was an interesting ball. I thought that Mocha Ralston got rid of that ball pretty quickly there for it to be called a jump ball.
But Allen will bring it up. Taylor Kilgore goes over with a three-point arc. Now across to Clough. Back to Allen. They're spending a lot of time outside the perimeter tonight.
Well, that's because the Biggs team just isn't getting out there to cover.
And I didn't see what that call was. It was a call on Kylie Moraldi.
Called it on the shooter, I believe, which is another interesting call.
I don't understand that, but maybe I missed something in the translation.
I'm going to have to check the rule book. I don't think I've ever seen a foul called on the shooter before if it wasn't an offensive charge.
No, I think Clough was shooting it, but they called it on Moraldi.
Oh, I missed that. Thanks, Alan.
Thanks for straightening that out. Inside, but then good work by, that ball's almost stolen. Oh, she gets it by, but then loses it as Stedman now will bring it up court. All right, she's looking for three. Nothing there. Goes right by Jacob. Now there's a jump ball called as, once again, Taylor Kilgore and the defense really putting on a defensive struggle with that ball.
Well, this game is so far turning out to be exactly like Coach Keller described it. It's size versus speed.
Now back out to Ralston. She's going to go for three. She puts it up. It's off the rim. No good. Allen brings it up. Tries to go by her. Now she gets it. Dishes it off to Jacob. What a play right there, Karen.
Drew the defense right to her. As soon as the defense came, she knew somebody was open because she always has her eyes up. She spotted the open player. Easy layup. Another perfect fast break.
Well, there's a tipped out of bounds by Forest Lake. Inbound will be the Lady Wolverines. Into the game is Cody Smith for the Wolverines. 5'5" junior, number 1. There is Ralston now. Now she gets it over to Gildersleeve. There's a three-pointer. It's no good. Moraldi with the rebound. Good. Now they've got 2-on-2. And now they're going to call a foul. And now Clough's coming back into the game along with, here's a replay on that.
Good pass there. As soon as the defense comes to you, you give it up to the open player. Well done, well executed, just like you like to see.
21-12 your score. Inbounding will be the Lady Wolverines.
Jacobs has picked up her third foul of the game already, only with 5:07 left in the first half still.
Not a good sign when that's your point guard.
Yeah, she's going to. There's the inside. Now they get it off a three. It's up. Off the rim, no good. Clough with the rebound. She'll bring it up the court. Goes by a couple players. Gets it over in the corner to Kilgore, and it's off the iron.
And guess who gets the rebound?
Yeah, right.
She averages 12 a game, Marty, and that's a really high number at high school level. But offensively, they've gone away from her here for the first part of the second quarter. And consequently, they're not scoring. They've only scored 1 point.
Into the paint, and there's going to be a foul called.
Well, one referee's got to jump, one referee's got to foul. They're going with the foul.
That's the 17th foul on Forest Lake, and there's only one foul so far on the Lady Wolverines. Going to the line to get the first shot up there, no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Hodges.
And Alan, isn't that one of the things that Coach Keller said they're going to try to avoid this game is foul problems?
That's correct.
Fletcher is in the game now. Moraldi dishes it out and over in the corner to Kilgore again, and she's off the iron for about the 7th time. She's really struggling tonight. There's right by, nice move, right by Clough. Boy, she was just faked right out of her shoes there, wasn't she?
You see the smile
yeah, I know.
on Mocha Ralston's face? Oh, yeah, I can do this, she says. Yeah, no problem. Then she knocks the ball loose. Here they come.
Fast break going on down. Stops, points it up, no good. Off the iron, rebounded by Moraldi. She gets it to Clough. Clough now brings it up to Hodges. Hodges now trying to slow it down a little bit. Fletcher's in the game now. She'll try to slow it down. She's going to go for three. It's up and good. Nothing but net. The young freshman, Katie Fletcher with, oh my goodness. What do you think about that, Terry?
I don't want her near my house. That's the heart of a jewel thief right there, boy.
There's
no conscience.
Nice fadeaway jumper. Moraldi couldn't defend that.
But you know, you like to see that in players when they come off the bench like that they have that kind of confidence that they're not afraid to put those three-pointers
inside
up.
Nice move. But then she's fouled as Moraldi did a nice head fake and a little turn in the paint, put the ball up, but was fouled, so she'll go to the line to shoot two. Tough spot for another freshman to be in. She had a lot of time at Arco. That ought to have been a big thrill, don't you think?
Boy, it would be for me. I just can't imagine how much fun it must be to play in a big arena like that. I mean, geez, you're playing on the same floor.
She's got the first one.
Bibby playing on the same floor that Vladi Divac played on. What a thrill.
Here's the replay of that.
Nice inside pass. A little off balance on the shot, but she did have enough composure to at least draw a foul.
So she'll try for the second point. That's going to be a little short, and she throws up a ball that just didn't hit the rim, and so she'll just get one out of that. 25-16 your score. Allen, any update?
Brooke Hodges continues to be the leading scorer for the Lady Falcons with 10 points. Brittany Allen on the bench right now, but she looking to check in, but she's having a great game with 4 steals, 4 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds.
Driving into the paint and going to be fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two for the 18th foul for Forest Lake. It's a good thing that a lot of shots by these Lady Wolverines have not fallen in, or they would have a lead right here from what they played so far in these first 2 periods.
Well, Marty, Catherine Reed has been taken out of the game for a little bit of rest, and with her out of the game, Biggs has gone to what's known as a 1-4 low offense. 1-4 low. Point guard and the other 4 players spread out along the baseline. And if they continue with that offense, we should see some interesting moves by Mocha Ralston.
She does have the speed, and that's rebounded by Hodges. Long pass down court, and there's Clough, and she tries to save it, but they had too many people in the same area there, Terry.
Well, Marty, I'm not glad they turned the ball over, but I'm glad that happened. I'm finally convinced they are human. They actually ran a fast break incorrectly. First one I've seen in 3 games. All right, let's check for the 1-4 low. A little something different there.
Yeah, inside feed, but they're going to call a foul again, and that's going to be on Allen, looks like. Yes, it is. She just gets back in the game and commits a foul. That is her 3rd foul. So there, once again, the Lady Falcons are getting themselves into foul trouble, just like they did the other night at Arco.
Coach Keller's talking around the referees over there, but just before that, he had a very serious scowl on his face after that foul.
Stolen away by Hodges. By Kilgore. Back over to Hodges. Inside Moraldi, and she's hammered but doesn't go. She puts that up, and it doesn't go, but she's fouled. You got to give that young freshman a lot of credit underneath that basket. You don't see very many freshmen fighting it out underneath there, Terry.
Well, sticking with it. Miss, go up, get your own rebound. The one thing that the Forest Lake players are doing inside is they're rushing their shots a little bit. They're shooting the ball a little too quickly. They're getting good position, but they're shooting too quickly. They're getting the fouls, but they're not getting the possibility of three-point plays.
Oh, nice.
And we'll see what happens here. Good vision right there. Now watch, she just turns really quickly, doesn't really have her feet set, not really ready to shoot a good shot. But look at that effort. Right back up. Nice jump.
She made them both. 27-16, 11-point lead as Mocha Ralston brings it up, and now she dishes it across court inside, and now that is blocked away by Moraldi.
Biggs is back to where they were, Marty, early in the game. Their spacing is not good. They're too close together. They can't run their offense effectively.
Kilgore with a miss, just a little bit off balance.
They like the pick and roll play, but they're just too close together. There's not enough room to operate.
Marquez now, and she's going to call for a travel. 1:41 left in this second period as this game is moving very quickly.
What happens when you get your spacing wrong like that, Marty, is even though you might execute the pick and roll correctly, the other players are so close that their defensive player can step in and help out. Just they need more. They need to spread the court more, get a little farther apart, and they'll be better off.
There's Kilgore now. She feeds it inside to Hodges. Back to, just too hard. Morali just a little off balance as she takes that ball up to the hoop.
They're awful quick inside tonight for some reason, the Forest Lake Lady Falcons are.
Hodges going to get called for a foul. And now coming into the game will be Laura Courtney, as Hodges will have to go out. They've got several people in foul trouble.
Alan, how many team fouls does Forest Lake have?
There's 10 now, but I don't know if that they stop the clock. I mean, if they stop it at 10.
Yeah, it could be 11 or 12.
Yeah, they're 27-17.
Yeah, they have 10 fouls right now at this point.
10-3. That's.
I'm sure Coach Keller is upset with that. Not only because it puts Biggs in the double bonus here at the end of the half, but because that was supposed to be a point of emphasis tonight.
Well, Allen now brings it up. Gets it over in the corner to Kilgore, and she's going to be off on that one too. Moraldi saves it, but then there Ralston comes up with it. Stop shoot off the glass, too hard, no good. Bringing it back out is Stedman. Try to set a play up. Nobody's there. They save it though. Stedman now tries it. There's a moving screen, and that doesn't get called. And no good, and Allen with the rebound now should bring it out fast. 41 seconds left. Well, there's Kilgore's got her first basket tonight. Is that her first basket, Terry?
Yeah, that's her first basket.
She got to a point where she couldn't throw the ball in the ocean here tonight. Man, I can't believe she missed that many three-pointers. There's a travel call. 2 points.
Well, I think what she did was she used the Larry Bird theory. I heard him say at a coach's clinic one time, if you have a shooter who's shooting and not making them, tell them to get closer.
Well, that's what she did, right underneath the basket. Got a little break off the back rim. Now there's Kilgore. She's going to go for three now. She got her range. There it is. Kilgore for three.
Sometimes that's all it takes, Marty. You make one, and here you go. You're on your roll.
Yeah, she did. That brings the score at halftime, 32-18. As the visiting crowd goes a little crazy here, as they thought she thought she took a walk there.
Well, the interesting thing about Taylor Kilgore, guys, is that good shooters tend to shoot in streaks, and she certainly started off in a bad streak, but now, if I'm correct, Alan, she's made 2 in a row, so maybe she's now on a hot streak.
Right, she's made the last 2, and she has 5 points.
Yeah, within the last 41 seconds of the game.
And that's what happens to shooters. Most good shooters shoot in streaks.
Well, Alan, do you have some halftime statistics for us?
At the end of the first half, the leading scorer for Forest Lake is Brooke Hodges. She has 10 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. Brittany Allen is having another great all-around game with 4 points, 4 steals, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists alone in the first half. For the Biggs Wolverines, their leading scorer is Catherine Reed with 10 points. She has 5 rebounds. Mocha Ralston's added 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists in the first half.
All right, 32-18 your score, and I have to talk to RC about bringing it a little close up here, RC, and get my smiling face. Just kidding. We're at halftime here with the Forest Lake Lady Falcons leading 32-18 as we're just about, I don't know, it looked kind of a little bit out of sorts there for these Lady Falcons as they've had a lot of fouls, but they were just a little out of their game to start here tonight, Terry.
Marty, my guess is right now in that locker room, we're talking about the Forest Lake Christian locker room, there's some serious discussion of footwork. A lot of reaching, a lot of grabbing, not their typical defensive effort. The effort's good, but not their usual defensive skills. Normally, they have great footwork. Tonight, it's very, very lacking.
And the reach and fouls and the silly fouls like that is what Coach Steve Keller said they were working on to try to cut down on for this game and the rest of the playoffs.
You're absolutely right, Alan, and that's why I say I bet that's what the discussion is right now in that locker room.
And as we move deeper into the playoffs, you notice, Terry, that what looked like only an 8-player team here, and you think, well, maybe with the depth that Forest Lake has, it might maybe be another walk in the park. But at this level now, when you're moving up higher and higher in the playoffs, the competition gets a lot tougher.
Well, you're not here, you're not playing tonight if you're not pretty good. Doesn't make any difference what section you play in, doesn't make any difference what league you play in. You get to this game, you're a pretty good team. And if that's the case, the other team can't be too far off or you'll take advantage of them.
And that's exactly what we've got right here. 32-18 your score at halftime, and we'll be right back here in just a couple minutes to give you more inside statistics and such, but we'll tell you first that the Lady Falcons' road to the state title is being underwritten tonight by Liberty Motors, Grass Valley, and Liberty Motors Auburn. Gary Alkenbrecht has done it again, created more customer convenience for you, and downtown manager Val Vittigan invites you to visit the newest Liberty Motors location in downtown Grass Valley. Liberty Motors, Grass Valley, and Liberty Motors Auburn.
Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. Spring will soon be here, and that means getting a jump on those spring projects. That's why HBE Rental Manager Craig Arthur has a full-service rental facility waiting for the contractors or homeowners. HBE Rentals and Hanson Brothers Construction.
Placer Title Company, Larry Ingersoll and Sally Vigil remind you of the new Placer Title in Bear River in the Long Shopping Center, and manager Tracy Willis is ready to assist you with any real estate purchase with complete title and escrow service. Placer Title Company.
Gold Country Directory. The Gold Country Directory is your local comprehensive phone book specializing in local business and residential listings for all of the Foothill area. And Gold Country Directory proudly sponsors the defending state champion Forest Lake Christian Lady Falcons basketball program. That's Gold Country Directory.
Northern Home Medical, locally owned by Rudy Antonucci and Dean Miraldi. Northern Home Medical carries a full range of home medical equipment from power wheelchairs to home oxygen supplies. They can respond quickly to any medical emergency and they are ready to work with your insurance company for any home medical need. It's Northern Home Medical.
And by Touchdown Productions, championship television for the Foothills. This is Terry Tangney along with my broadcasting buddies Marty and Alan saying thank you for tuning in tonight. Be sure to join us next time as we return to the Falcons' Nest to watch your Lady Falcons take on their second-round opponent on the way to another state title on our Foothill network of stations, NCTV Channel 11, HCTV Channel 20, Seabridge Connections Channel 13, and LOP Channel 7.
And Alan, we talked earlier about these reach-in fouls and the Falcons being in foul trouble so far in these first two periods. From your talk with Steve Keller before the game started, what's your impression so far? The girls weren't listening, or what?
Either the girls weren't listening, or maybe they said that they're going to do it, but their actions just aren't backing it up on the court right now. With Olympia Jacobs, one of their key players, with 3 fouls again. It's her second night in a row that she's been in foul trouble. And Brittany Allen has 2, and Brooke Hodges also has 2 on the night for the Lady Falcons.
Well, I know, Terry, you can't fault a team for hustling, but you can fault a team for being too aggressive when they get into foul trouble.
Well, there's a couple of things that come into play. One thing that stands out in my mind this evening is lazy feet. The famous French basketball player, laissez-feet. They just aren't moving their feet very well. But the other thing that comes into play sometimes is kids will get in their mind that they're going to win this game. That's not in doubt. They're going to win it. So they want to try to do special things and win it big. And usually when you do that, you get into trouble. You start reaching and grabbing. You try to steal balls you can't steal. You really get out of position when your player's making a drive to the basket, and that's when you get in trouble. And I see a little bit of both of those tonight. I see a little bit like they look like they pretty convinced they're going to win this game, so they try to do some things that probably they shouldn't be doing, and they're just not moving their feet.
Looks like Laissez Feet showed up here tonight, huh? In the picture.
Yes, he did. She did, excuse me.
We'll tell you that the Lady Falcons' road to the state title is being underwritten tonight by California Hardwood Producers Incorporated. The Parmenter family has served you for over 16 years in the Foothills and specializes in beautiful wood molding, beams, and floor products for your home. They even have weekly specials like their pre-finished 5-inch Brazilian cherry wood floor covering, along with close out and store specials. So it's California Hardwood Products Incorporated.
Beam Easy Living Center. The Beam Center is happy to announce their second annual Keeping Kids Safe Festival this year on April 26th from 10 to 4 p.m. with special guest Mark Class and the Class Kids Foundation with digital fingerprinting and photo ID for kids of all ages. It's the second annual Keeping Kids Safe Festival at the Beam Easy Living Center. This is a great thing, folks. Get your kids down there.
Grass Valley Glass, family owned and operated by Shauna, Marty, and now their son Curtis Salwin. Grass Valley Glass specializes in new and replacement window products from Milgard and comes with a lifetime warranty and can provide one-day auto glass replacement. Grass Valley Glass.
Top This Truck and Auto Accessories, locally owned by Chuck Cavros. Top This carries a wide selection of accessory products for your car or truck, including the Super Chip and Hypertech power programmers, which increase your fuel efficiency and power. Just one of many products with attitude at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories.
Walker's Office Supplies. Mike Anderson and his staff at Walker's can order any office product you may need, and usually they can get it in just one day, and they carry a wide selection of office products in their Main Street facility, specializing in ways to make your business and home to be more efficient. It's Walker's Office Supplies.
And, of course, by us, Touchdown Productions, championship television for the Foothills. Your favorite Game of the Week telecast is now available on DVD. That's right, our entire sports library, including tonight's game, are now available for you to enjoy forever on DVD. And Touchdown Productions can now transfer your personal home videos to DVD as well. That special vacation, birthday parties, and other fond family memories are in danger of fading away. So enjoy the DVD difference with Touchdown Productions, your leader in television production since 1997.
Well, there's a good shot of the Forest Lake Lady Falcons. They've come out of the locker room, and Coach Keller, you can see how the first 2 periods went, 17-15, and Biggs.
Very consistent, obviously, by Forest Lake, and then the single digit there in the second period, and that was the period in which the Lady Wolverines had Catherine Reed getting a little rest on the bench, and the score reflected that.
Well, the starting lineup for Forest Lake is in for this start of this third period. Now they're trying to bring it out way outside. Hodges now gets it over to Allen. There's Kilgore pitches it back to Hodges. Hodges now inside to Jacobs. Jacobs tries to put it up, but she's going to be fouled. And it's going to be called on Katie Ann Reed.
I've been saying Catherine Reed all night. Why don't you guys help me out here?
Katie Ann is what they told me before the game. First one's in and out, no good.
Come on, Alan, I'm dependent on you. Correct my mistakes.
Jacobs now tries to get this one up, and it bounces back in.
Well, we'll see if they go right back to Katie Ann Reed, number 14 on the post. She's not been defended down there yet. There she is, wide open. Look at that position.
Wow, too hard. And that was Kilgore gets it back. Bluff will now bring it up over to Allen. Looking for open player. She got it. Now she's on fire. There's going to be a timeout called.
Interesting. This timeout was called by Forest Lake less than a minute into the game, into the second half, excuse me. And Coach Keller saw something he didn't like. You usually don't burn a timeout after only 45 seconds.
Especially after you bury a three-pointer. It's usually the other team that would call the timeout.
You're exactly right, Alan. Interesting. Something caught his eye that he didn't like. My guess is he didn't like how wide open Katie Ann Reed was on the post in the last possession.
Well, she definitely was, and if the ball wasn't so hard off the glass, it might be a different story here, but she just kind of struggled there, just rolled off the rim, rebounded in there by Hodges. So now they'll bring it in. Stedman will bring it into Ralston.
Now let's see if they go right back to Reed.
Were you surprised, Terry, that the Lady Falcons were spreading that ball out during the first 2 possessions?
Well, they've, as we stated earlier in the first half, Biggs has had a tough time closing out on their shooters, so spacing wide like that would make it even more difficult for them.
Sam Stedman with those 2 points, 36-18. Now there's Hodges up, no good, off the iron, rebounded by Jacobs. She puts it up, no good, gets it out to Kilgore. There's another 3. Nothing but net for Taylor Kilgore, as she is, after missing 7 in a row, or what was it, Alan?
Missing 6 in a row.
She's now made
3 in a row.
Well, what about the end of the first half? Yeah, she's on a streak, however many it is.
11 points since 45 seconds left in the second quarter.
I'd give it to her again.
And now there's it doesn't go. She did a nice footwork in the paint.
Nice hesitation dribble, but a bit of an off-balance shot there.
There's a travel and no call. Inside to Reed, now back out over to Mocha. She puts it up, and it's off the iron. Rebounded, and she takes it all the way in on the baseline. Another 2 for Sam Stedman. 39-22 score, 5:50 left in this third period. There's Allen now. She thought about it. Nothing there. Inside to Jacobs, and she turned her head and lost it.
Looks like she was going to shoot it before she caught it. Yeah. And Biggs is sticking with that zone defense, even though they've had some problems with it covering the perimeter shooters. They're sticking with it.
Well, timeout being called now by Coach Tim Sheridan, as he may change that defense. You notice both Hodges and Kilgore have been open. out in the three-point range.
That's one of the things, you talked about Forest Lake spreading the court so wide. That's one of the things against the zone that really works very well is you get the zone spread out and then it opens up the middle, and that's what they had on that possession. Unfortunately, the Forest Lake player forgot to catch the ball.
And turnover for the Falcons, and Allen, how we stand statistic-wise for Forest Lake here so far?
Well, Forest Lake tonight, they've uncharacteristically committed 13 turnovers tonight.
That's an interesting number this early in the second half. Most coaches would like to have that for about a game. So they're way up. You're absolutely right, Alan.
All right, there's Stedman now being guarded by Kilgore. Kilgore puts pressure on it. She gets it away, and now inside to, and she just couldn't do it. But then a putback by Ruthie Stone.
Ruthie Stone is really, really slender, number 13, but she is a very good post player. She also knows how to get position. This team has been drilled in the post. They know what to do in there.
There's a foul called on that shot, I think. She'll go to the line to shoot two, and that was called on Clough, I think. Yes, it was.
Fun to watch so far here in the second half. Forest Lake shooting a lot of perimeter shots. Biggs going inside.
No good.
Keep fouling her.
She doesn't waste any time at the free throw line.
No, she's not going to not have to worry about using up her 10 seconds.
All right, Allen now looking for Jacobs in the corner. She stops. Now gets it back out to Allen, top of the key. She tries to take it inside. She does. Fade away, up and in.
Biggs that time, Marty, in a man-to-man defense, and they're just not quick enough to handle the Forest Lake players in man-to-man.
There's a nice jump shot by Mocha Ralston. Matching shot for shot here.
Good second half. Now they're back in the man-to-man again.
Now there's the Kilgore three. Boy, crowd's yelling for somebody to get out there. Stolen away by Jacobs. She's going to go coast to coast, puts it up, and boy, she is so quick out there. There's Ralston, might lose it again, but now it's knocked away by, and she gets it over to Jacobs. Jacobs left hands it up into the glass.
Very unselfish play. She could have dribbled that ball all the way herself and laid it in. She had a lead on her defensive player, but she gave it up to her teammate. Nice, unselfish play. Good teamwork.
Stolen away again. She's going to go coast to coast now. She does. Boy, timeout being called by Coach Tim Sheridan as Forest Lake has just put on a defense, turned it into an offense, and boy, they've run it up to 50-27 here with 3:44 left. Alan?
Since the end of the first half, Taylor Kilgore's been putting on a show for us. She has 16 points just from basically the end of the second quarter till now. And Olympia Jacobs has came out strong in this third quarter. She has 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Brittany Allen, another great game for her. 4 steals, 6 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists on the night for her.
So that was quite. Here's a replay, I should say, Terry, on that Allen.
There she goes right by. She's just not quick enough, number 13. She's just, when they're in that man-to-man defense, the Forest Lake players, all 5 of them can basically go around their man anytime they want. Problem is they're getting so far behind now that it'll be tough to stay with the zone. They're almost forced to go man-to-man. The other option would be if they had some kind of a gimmick defense, a half-court trap, or maybe a full-court zone press, they could try that. But they're almost forced to get out of the zone.
Looks like full-court press now. And that's going to almost be stolen away, but Rolf got it. She puts it up, iron.
Now, look at that pass.
That was, and just couldn't get it, but she gets it. Now she gets it off the glass. Hard to defend against Reed. There's Allen, takes it in, no-look pass to Jacobs, gets stolen away. And now Clough steals it, gets it back out to Jacobs. Over to Brooks, she sets, puts a 3 up, in and out, heartbreak, no good. Clough with the ball, it'll be a jump ball.
I'm kind of wondering.
That looked like a shove from the back, Terry.
I'm kind of wondering about these officials. I'm not trying to be negative towards them, but we had two different officials call two different things on that play, and that's the second time that's happened. Usually when that happens, Marty, it means that these are officials who have not worked together before. Not that they're not good officials, they just haven't worked together before.
Oh, stolen away with that no-look pass. Allen goes right by. She feeds it off to Kilgore, puts it up.
Draw the defense, dish it off.
Oh, stolen away by Hodges on that long down court pass. She gets in the corner to Kilgore again, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Reed.
Get that bum out of the game. She missed one.
That's her first, boy, that's her first one. 41 seconds left in the game. She had no points. And Allen, how much does she have now?
For Kilgore?
Kilgore.
She has 18 points.
Oh, my goodness.
Most of it coming in the third.
That's blocked, and it's going to be a foul called on Allen.
That would come out, looking at the clock, to 18 points in less than a quarter, Allen?
Yeah, she has 18 points and 13 are in this quarter.
Because she finished off with 45 seconds left with 5.
We've got 2:33 left here, so total minutes, that's less than 8. She scored 18 points in less than 8 minutes. Is there a fire department nearby? We may have to hose her down.
Boy, no kidding. She is, all of a sudden, what turned into a night that she wouldn't want to report is turned around in that short period of time. 52-30 your score, a biggest lead of the game so far, 22 points.
Well, as we discussed earlier, that's the way shooters are. They shoot in streaks. Well, look at the arch on that shot.
Boy, that almost hit the rafters. Clough will now bring it up as Falcons fan out. And Hodges drives all the way in. Left-handed putback. Oh, my goodness, off the glass.
Marty, Biggs just can't stay with them man-to-man, but at this point in time, they don't have much choice. Nice pass.
Good pass inside. That went to Gildersleeve.
Sam Stedman making a nice pass, number 22.
There's Jacobs trying to drive the paint. Gets it out to Kilgore for 3. In and out off the rim. No good. 1:58 left. Kilgore just missed that one. Oh, she steals the ball away. Gets it back over to Clough. Puts it back. Oh, and she missed it, but she saves it. Kilgore now looking to get it out. There's a three-point by Fletcher. It's off the rim. Rebounded by Clough over to Kilgore. Now Clough takes a three-pointer off the iron. Rebounded by, and now she's going to be fouled. Boy, they're putting a lot of excitement into this game, aren't they?
Olympia Jacobs, great position on that offensive rebound. Caught her player not looking, and she slipped right inside of her, got the offensive rebound, quickly up, draws the foul. Hopefully she'll convert it into 2 points. First one is up, and it's no good. I see the only deficit so far tonight. They're a little shaky on the free throw line and the fouling. Well, they got something to work on between now and Thursday, I guess. Next one is good. Hey, Terry, how do you explain the fact that when you got people in your face, you're making three-pointers and shots from all over, but then when you go to the free throw line, nobody there, you can't make one? Well, sometimes it's just the pressure, Marty, of being out there all by yourself. Is that it? Yeah. Free throws basically are, for most players, are strictly a matter of confidence. It's not a difficult shot. It's close. Most players have decent form. Oh, good anticipation by Jacobs. She steals that ball away. She is really amazing how quick she is. There's Hodges now all the way across court to Allen. Allen goes to paint, puts it up, and no good. She's fouled in there by Reed. Falcons just going by the Biggs players at will now, and they're in that man-to-man defense. Allen, what do you got for us?
That Reed has now picked up her 4th foul now for the Wolverines tonight, and that's going to be a big blow for her if she has to come out, because she has 12 points tonight and she leads the Wolverines with 8 rebounds.
Now Maraldi comes in for Hodges. He's going to replace her now. They're going to take Reed out. Here's a replay on that steal, Terry. Okay, there it is. Look at this anticipation 24. Perfect play. She goes in front of the player's body, so there's no possibility of contact. Gets control of the ball, and here they come again. That's got to be great basic basketball instinct. You can't teach that, can you, Terry?
Well, a little bit of it, Marty, is knowledge, because you know if you know at this time in the game you should basically know what the other team's style of attack is, so you can predict a little bit where some of the passes are going. But you're right, it's basically instinct, nose for the ball. Oh, that's double dribble.
Yeah, sure is. It's going to be called. There it is. Well, they got one right, Terry.
They're getting them right. They're just not together.
That's the ball.
Well, they got 3 referees, so they should be seeing some same plays. I mean, the same calls. But there's Ralston now. She puts it up, and it's off the iron. No good. Moraldi with the rebound. Gets it over to Allen. They got 3-on-1. Allen drives it all the way in, but Jacobs wasn't ready. Now she is. Puts it back up. Off balance. No good. Moraldi with the rebound. Oh, and Jacobs now roughhouses, and let's see what they call it. They call it travel, and the ball's going to be turned over. That was weak.
I think that was a little bit of a makeup call. I think he missed the foul.
Yeah.
It was too late to change it, so he had to do something to give the ball to Biggs.
I think you're right.
Well, that's all right. We'll
55-33 your score. As
last minute of this quarter has been pretty ragged on both teams.
Jessica Pierce in the game now. Fletcher they double team now, and they get it back out to Stedman. She puts it up, no good, short. Allen with the rebound. That was Gildersleeve that missed that ball. And let's see, it's going to be Biggs' ball, and it looks like Allen's hurt.
I think she got a knee right in the thigh, and if that's the case, that really hurts.
Well, she gets up, gets a big hand from the crowd as she walks back down to the other end of the court. She'll get a rest here in about 1.5 seconds.
Even the coach over there, Keller's getting some kind of treatment. That's an ill-advised pass there.
And off the glass, no good at the buzzer. So there's your end of the third period, 55-33. Allen, how about some stats for us?
Leading the Falcons after 3 quarters of play. If you might have been surprised if I'd be saying this right now at the beginning of the game, but Taylor Kilgore, she now has 18 points. Olympia Jacobs has 10 points for the Lady Falcons, along with 6 rebounds. Brooke Hodges has had 12 for the Falcons. And Kylie Moraldi's done a good job off the bench with 7 rebounds. For the Biggs Wolverines, leading them is Kation Reed with 12 points and 8 rebounds. And Mocha Ralston's added 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists for the Wolverines tonight.
Nice balanced statistics there by the Falcons, a 2-player team for Biggs.
There's the line score, Terry. How do you analyze that?
Well, I analyze that as Katie Ann Reed played most of that quarter, where she sat out part of the second quarter. If you look at the first and third quarters, both of those, Katie Ann played the whole quarter, and that's where their points came from.
Well, the problem is she's got to sit this one out here at this point in time because she is in desperate foul trouble with 4.
Well, I don't see how you can sit her out too long because they really have trouble scoring without her. Number 13, Ruthie Stone does a nice job in there, but she's a little bit slender. But she's a good post player, and of course you've got Mocha Ralston on the point. But most of the offense runs through Katie Ann Reed, and she's not in there at the moment. But I don't see how they can keep her out very much longer. Without that inside threat, Forrest Lake can really start pressuring the outside, and then they're really in trouble. Look at that nice baseline move.
Inside, but Moraldi cuts it off, and now she blocks it and gets the steal. But Gildersleeve gets it, and it's going to be the Biggs ball. Well, I'm really impressed with Moraldi, as she is really she's doing quite a job underneath that basket.
She has come to play tonight. She's made several hustle plays, lots of heads-up stuff. She is intense this evening.
There's Moraldi now. She has it, but now short off the glass and couldn't get it. Just a little off balance, but that'll come in time. Mocha Ralston now gets it over to Smith. Inside now, but looks like Moraldi came over the top. That'll be another foul.
This is a nice little play here by Moraldi. Right up, get the ball.
Now here's where she knocks that ball away.
Yeah,
look at that.
Good timing, going up after the ball, avoiding body contact. Nice straight up perpendicular defense. Is that the correct word? Perpendicular? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a good word at this point in time. Inbounding for the Lady Wolverines with will be Callaway's in the game.
Oh, look at that position.
Oh, man, look at this. What a play.
I tell you what, I really like her. She's a senior. I don't know if anybody's talking to her, but she looks like a player who can certainly at least play at the
there's
junior college
for three.
level.
He's going to be short. And Reed with the rebound, and there's Mocha. She stops, puts it up too hard off the glass. Allen with the rebound. Take a long pass down court to Hodges. One step, puts it up, underhand. 4-2, Brooke Hodges. What a play.
I tell you what, Marty, you do not want to get in a running game with this Falcons team. They are so good in transition and on the fast break.
There is Stedman puts it up off the iron, no good. There's Gildersleeve puts it up, and then Reed picks up the garbage and puts it in.
I love the way she plays. She's around the basket. She's aggressive and very determined in there.
Clough now way over in the corner, and now it's back to Kilgore, and then she gets it over to Hodges. Hodges takes one step back for three off the iron, rebounded by Gildersleeve. She'll slow it down a little bit, and now she gets it over to Mocha Ralston. The great Gildersleeve, we call her. All right, and Jacob steals it away, but I think there's a reach-in foul.
Well, if you can remember the great Gildersleeve show, Marty, you're dating yourself,
well,
buddy.
I am. I'm older than dirt. I remember listening to the great Gildersleeve on radio.
Yes,
back
indeed.
in the 40s.
So do I. I was barely a child at the time, however.
I was pretty young then myself. Alan, any update for us?
Not much change in the scoring so far. Kilgore still leads with 18 points. Jacobs has 10 and Hodges with 14. Brittany Allen 6 steals now and 11 assists to go along with her 6 points on the night.
Well, do you have the total count in there for Kilgore's three-pointers tonight?
I don't have the total count for attempts.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what all the stats. It's hard to keep all the stats, but I didn't know which ones you were keeping. So, but I know she's picked up a lot of points off the 3 points during that third period.
My guess is it's a pretty good percentage at this point in time. Started off slow, but certainly picked it up there in the third quarter.
0 for 6, and then I think she ran off about 5 or 6 in a row there. So that'll help the end of game stats very quickly for percentage shooting.
Certainly will.
57-37 your score, 27.
And it's going to be interesting running down the last 6 minutes here because Forest Lake's job is to maintain their composure, maintain their concentration, and Biggs' job is to see if they can come up with some.
Three. She's got another one. Taylor Kilgore for 3 as she continues to drill them in from outside the three-point arc.
Same problem they've had all night with his own Biggs. They just
stolen
don't
away
get out
by
there
Moraldi. No, that was Jacob. And now puts it up, no good. Allen with the rebound, puts it up. She's fouled, no good. I don't know why. After the last couple games, every time they both have their hairs in ponytails, they have a 2 on their jersey, and but Moraldi's just a little bit taller. That's the only difference. But boy, the quickness of Olympia Jacobs it just never ceases to amaze me how she does that.
Explosive, very explosive. 2 really good quick steps. First 2 steps.
Allen struggles at the free throw line. Coming into the game now is going to be Lisa Jones, and also Annalisa Marquez is back in the game. So this is the first we've seen of Elisa Jones, a 5'8" senior guard. Brittany now to take her second part of that shot. She gets it.
Nice.
61-37 now.
Nice move here by Coach Tim Sheridan, allowing his players to get some experience, allowing them to play in a NorCal playoff game. Not a lot of people get to say that.
Now they gets in that too far off, out of bounds, turnover. Errant pass there by Mocha. I think she is a good player, but I think she just tries to do too much. Would you agree to that, Terry?
Yeah, she does, and part of it's because either she doesn't think there's other people to help her, or there really isn't other people to help her. But and she turns her back a lot, Marty. She dribbles with her back to the basket, and that's when you get double teamed.
There's a three-pointer, but it's an air ball, and there's a toss. Oh, now there's a off the glass, no good. Allen gets the rebound, but then tips it over to Kilgore. Oh, nice pass to Cluff. Do you see that, Terry? How do you draw that up on a diagram?
You don't. That's vision and that's experience. It's late in the season. They've been doing it all year. They know where the players are going, but you still have to see it, and this team has great vision.
Jones with the ball, gets it back over. Now Jones with a shot from the line, no good. Had a good look at that, and it's going to be forced leg ball.
Tiffany Calloway from Biggs getting nice inside position there, just couldn't quite control the ball.
So Allen will slow it up a little bit. 4:21 left in this game, 63-37. Hodges now looking for Allen. Allen at the top of the key, back over to Hodges for three. It's up, and it's off the rim, no good. And Kilgore gets it knocked away. And now Ralston looking for some help. And Allen gets it. She's going to go. She gets it. Oh, look at that. There she dumps it in. Long pass down court to Reed now.
Forest Lake is so good at sharing the ball that you just expect them to share the ball. And then that time, a little fake pass there, and then that makes her wide open. All right, we'll see here how this has been set up all game by sharing the ball. And this time she's just going to make a little pass fake, and the defense will take the pass fake, which leaves her wide open. Oops, this is a different play. That's the one before.
Earlier to Clough, yeah, but that, I mean, you just can't. That's something you just, I don't know how, you can't draw that up and say, okay, we're going to run this play here.
No, you do it by doing it over and over in practice. And again, it's late in the season. They've done it all year. But it all starts out with their eyes. They not only know where the other players are going to be, but they see them well, like right there.
And a travel call on Clough. He tried to do a little hip pointer in there and kind of charged the defensive player. And so it'll be a turnover. 65-39. They've got to get about another 8 points to get their average so far these playoffs. Oh, too hard on that pass, and it's going to be forced late ball. Nobody to inbound the ball, so I guess Allen's going to inbound it to herself. Pierce comes on over now to inbound the ball.
The referee and having a nice little conversation there.
Right now, Allen at the top of the key, looking for somebody inside. Nothing there, but being blocked out. Now there's Pierce with the ball. She feeds it inside to Jacob. Jacob drives the paint, puts it up, and she's fouled.
Nice move. Good position inside. She's been doing it all night, but she's just a freshman. She'll get better at it. She's just a little quick with her shot. She makes the good move and then rushes the shot. In coach's terminology, that's $1 million move and a 10-cent shot.
Ruthie Stone on that foul. That's her second foul. That's the 16th foul for the Lady Wolverines, as only 14 fouls so far. That one's good. Only 14 fouls this second half, Terry. So maybe something that Coach Keller talked to his team at halftime may have paid off.
Oh, I'm sure that was the discussion at halftime after Allen's interview with him before the game and what transpired in the first half. I'm sure that's what they talked about at halftime.
Okay, Moraldi and Wisniewski in the game now. Pierce. And also Courtney, and Allen steals it. She can take it all away. Left-handed put up. And there's a quick 2 points on a steal. Forest Lake is just way too quick.
Yeah, and that was exactly what Coach Keller.
There's a three-point shot. She's got it. That is Lisa Jones with 3 points as she took that from way outside the arc. Nothing but net.
She says, hey, Coach, you put me in the game. I'm going to put one down.
There inside to Moraldi. Moraldi turns around, puts it up too hard off the glass. Man, that's a jump ball called. Oh, Wisniewski a little rough in there. Going up against Ruthie Stone. Now coming back into the game after a short rest is Reed. Here's a replay.
Now we'll see the quickness here. Look at that anticipation stepping right in. And then look at this good left-handed layup. Nice and strong, right up to the rim. Good job.
There's Jones with the rebound. He gets it over. Oh, but now Reed saves it. And now it's back out to Jones. Jones now looking. Take it in, nothing there to Mocha. Stolen away by, there's Allen over to Moraldi. And Moraldi was going to the basket and didn't anticipate that pitch back. She thought Allen was going to take it to the hoop. But one of the things that you pointed out earlier, that this team shares a lot of shots.
Yes, they do. They share the ball extremely well, and sometimes when you do that, some unexpected things happen. But it's better to do that than be stingy.
Right now, Stone now tries to drive it inside, but she turns around and there's going to be a foul call, but could have been a travel. But they're going to give it to her.
That was a little interesting call there.
It was a push before the shot, looked like to me.
Yeah, but then Ruthie Jones kind of pushed back a little bit there, and at first I thought they might have called the foul on her, but what do I know?
They didn't count the basket either, did they?
No.
Okay. There's a three-pointer off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Pierce. Pierce gets it over to Allen. Allen could pitch it back. She does. No, she takes it all the way to the hoop, puts it up. 71-42 with 1:26 left. There's a nice pass. And stolen away by Pierce, but she hits the line, I think. No, she was forced out, it looked like. That foul was on. Looked like number 1, Cody Smith. No, Cody's not in the game, so you couldn't have called it on 1. I don't. Might have.
Nice heads-up pass, passing the ball to the player ahead of you. Defensive player in the green shirt way out of position, jumps too soon. Nice, intelligent play by Brittany Allen.
Now, she could have dished that one off, but then with the player out of position.
Well, as soon as the defensive player went in the air, she made the right decision.
Yeah.
Take it right.
Moraldi puts it back. Oh, it doesn't go, and now Wisniewski puts it up.
Like a volleyball match there for the Lady Falcons.
73, they hit their average for these playoffs. Now but that ball's almost stolen away, but then put up, and she's going to be called for a push, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. As Mocha Ralston tried to dribble by the player, defensive player, but almost lost the ball.
Well, this is one of the things that drives coaches nuts. There's a minute left in the game. The game's pretty much in hand for the Forest Lake Christian Lady Falcons, and then they foul and stop the clock. You'd like to just let the clock run and celebrate and go home. This drives coaches nuts when players do this, but you can't stop them from being aggressive. You don't want to take that away from them.
57 seconds left. Fletcher's now in the game. She's looking for Pierce, and now back out to Fletcher, top of the key. They'll work it around. Inside feed to Moraldi. Moraldi takes it to the hoop, but it gets knocked away, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. 41 seconds left. Crowd does not like the call, but Alan, what do you got for us why Moraldi gets set to take these shots?
Moraldi's having a nice game so far tonight. She's only scored 1 point.
Oh, 3 points, I think she made.
Yeah, that's right. 3 points, my bad. And she has 8 rebounds. She's done a great job on defense guarding the other team's post players.
She makes that first one. Now she has a total of 4. She's improved her free throw percentage, and she gets, no, it's off the glass. Stolen away, but then recovered in there. Put up, off, no good. Rebounded by Pierce. And it's going to be Lady Wolverines ball. Boy, you can't fault them late in this game for hustling. They are doing a lot of hustling out there, Terry.
They certainly are, and that's what you love to see as a coach. Buzzer to buzzer. Play hard.
Oh, that ball is just too hard again. There's a turnover with 25 seconds left, 74-44.
It's going to be fun to watch next year, Marty, with Katie Fletcher, a freshman, coming back at guard, and Brittany Allen, a junior, coming back at guard. That could be a pretty dynamic pairing there.
Drives the paint, puts it up, too hard off the glass, and it doesn't go. She gets a rebound. Everybody's standing around. And now they're going to call for palming the ball.
Then you've got a sophomore guard, Jessica Clough, coming back.
Clough, Jessica Clough.
That's three pretty dynamic guards coming back for next year. They'll be fun to watch. You think they run this year, no telling what they might do next year.
Over in the corner now with there's a off the glass, no good. There's your game. Time runs out on the fourth period. 74-44, your final score. As that one stretch in there, Terry, I think was the difference of the game when they had those like 5 steals in a row and took them in for a lot of points. I think that was a turnaround point in the game in that third period.
Well, it just took it from being a decent game to a blowout. And that was pretty much the story of the game right then and there.
Here's your line score. As you can see, the defense once again stepped up even with all those fouls. Nobody fouled out tonight. And Alan, do you have the final count for us?
Final stats for tonight's game. Leading the Biggs Wolverines was Katie Ann Reed with 18 points and 10 rebounds. Mocha Ralston added 10 points, 5 rebounds, and Sam Stedman had 7 points for the Wolverines. For your Lady Falcons, leading them in points was Taylor Kilgore with 21 points, and she added an assist and 2 rebounds. Brittany Allen had a great game tonight. She had a triple-double, 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists, and 8 steals on defense. Brooke Hodges had another nice game with 14 points and 4 rebounds. And Olympia Jacobs added 12 for your Lady Falcons tonight.
Boy, I tell you, Terry, it never ceases to amaze me how every time we come out, these girls just, you think you've seen it all, and then they do something like this. Well, against a very good team, too.
Yes, as we stated earlier, you don't get this far without being pretty good. What was interesting to me tonight was of the games I've seen this year of the Forest Lake Christian Lady Falcons, this was one of their sloppier games, yet the score differential seemed to be about the same as it normally is. Good effort, considering they didn't play as well as we've seen them play in the past.
All right, the Lady Falcons' road to the state title has been underwritten by Liberty Motors and the Liberty Outlet. The Alkenbrecht family hopes you really enjoyed tonight's state title telecast.
Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. The Hanson family salutes the 3-time section champion Lady Falcons.
Placer Title Company. The Placer Title family is very proud of our very own Forest Lake team.
Gold Country Directory, Linda and Mario Clough, I'll get it, are proud of their daughter Jessica Clough and all the Lady Falcons.
By Northern Home Medical, April and Dean Miraldi love to watch their daughter freshman Kylie Miraldi.
And by California Hardwood Product Producers. Here we go again. I have a tough time with this one.
Parmenter
family is proud. Sorry about that. To be your neighbor and friend. Very good. Sorry about that, Mr. Parmenter.
The Beam Easy Living Center. The Beam Center is proud of our local champion, Forest Lake.
Grass Valley Glass. The Sawin family is happy to sponsor televised high school sports.
Top Disc Truck and Auto Accessories. The Cavros family supports local sports and other youth activities.
Walker's Office Supplies. The Anderson family is happy to bring you this exclusive sports telecast.
And by Touchdown Productions, championship television for the Foothills since 1997. Join us next week on your Foothill Game of the Week as we travel back to Forest Lake Christian for the second round of the Division 5 NorCal playoffs. The Lady Falcons are only 3 games away from the state championship game, so be sure to join us on the road to the state title exclusively on our Foothill network of stations. ACTV Channel 20 in Auburn, Seabridge Connections Channel 23 in Alta Sierra and Colfax, Lake of the Pines Channel 7 in Bear River, and NCTV Channel 11 in Grass Valley and Nevada City. The Foothill Game of the Week, simply the best in local sports television since 1997.
All right, final score here tonight. Well-played game, 74-44. As they turn the scoreboard off early, wanting everybody to go home, but we're still here. And we saw an excellent game. Terry, what are your final thoughts on what you saw here tonight?
The sign of a very good team, guys, is when you can play poorly and win big. And they did not play their best game tonight, the Forest Lake Lady Falcons, but they did win big. I'm sticking by my statements that from the beginning of the game, something special will have to happen for this team to get beat. They're good, they're very good, and they're even very good when they don't play very well.
Well, you had mentioned earlier at the start of the game that the players expected to win this game. And even I heard some of the Lady Wolverines talking earlier that they didn't expect to win the game. But now the Forest Lake expected to win it, but then they came out just kind of they weren't very good at the start of this game.
Well, they haven't been tested recently, as our telecast would show, and even in the section tournament, they didn't get really tested. And sometimes, they're just high school kids. They're 15 years old, or maybe even younger, 17 at the oldest, and sometimes they just lose concentration. And that's one of the things that makes high school coaching so interesting, is because they are kids, and sometimes they act like kids. And tonight just wasn't one of their best games, but they still won big. And I'll repeat myself, that's the mark of a very good team.
All right, your executive producer and director tonight, doing it all in the Commander, was Gilbert M. Dominguez.
The Cryon operator and replay, Brandon Duckett.
The camera operators tonight, R.C. Cameron and Jessica Stinson.
Your announcers for tonight's game, Marty Mortensen, that's me, along with Terry Tangney.
Game stats by Alan Barros.
Office manager is Patty Costa.
The EIC provided by David Bevan.
Distribution by ACTV, Paul Town. Seabridge Connections, Kurt Hagenauer. NCTV, Bill Carlquist, Francis Rao, and Lou Sitzer.
Remote facilities provided by the Commander.
Commander maintenance by Plaza Tire and Auto Service. And stats tonight courtesy of MaxPreps.com. Touchdown Productions welcome all your comments. Be sure to write us at 12059 Nevada City Highway, Suite 106 in Grass Valley. Give us a call at 274-2206 or use the internet at feedback@touchdownproductions.com. For all of us here at the Falcons Nest tonight in this state championship game, for Marty Mortensen, along with Terry Tangney and Alan Barros and our producer-director Gil Dominguez, we'll see you next time on your Foothill Game of the Week.